Dave Sanderson interview, take one. Hello, Dave. How are you?
As well as can be expected under the extenuating circumstances, I suppose you could say. I know why I'm here. I'm beginning to wonder whether I should have came along. But you know, 10 years is quite a long while. It's quite a long while to keep your silence. But I've got to get rid of my ghosts. I've got to get on with my life. But I feel as though I don't deserve to do that. Anyway, you obviously want to know the gory details, but I want to tell you pleasantly what it's all about and why I feel this way. You know, one of those mornings when it's sort of the sun is split and the trees and the thing about it, it was a beautiful, beautiful day. That a feeling of well-being came over me, and I thought, I've got all my family around about me. My little wife, my little girl Debbie, she jumps into bed every morning as routinely wakens us up. Daddy, the alarm's going to go off. The alarm's going to go off. Yeah, a wonderful little girl, and I would say, I'm awake now, and she would then fall asleep at the bottom of the bed. Yeah. But that morning, it was a unique occasion where my wife, for the first time, was up before everyone else. She was starting a new job in New York City. She starts shouting, "Where's the hairbrush? Jesus Christ, I've ripped my tights. Give me a hand, please. I don't want to be late for my job." I look at the clock and I very well remember it's 5:30 in the morning. She's not meant to be there till 9:30. And I shout back at her and I say, you'll be getting the keys off the security guy to open the place up. You're going to be that early, and she laughed at me. And we laughed at one another. She tried all her clothes on, every single last item. And you know what happens? The first item is the one she wears. But that's the way she was. Anyway. Little John comes through, 5 years old. And little John comes in and he's rubbing his eyes and, Mommy, where are you going? You're coming with us. You're coming with us. In fact, I didn't even know they were all going with her to a new job. But they all go to the front door when the taxi comes, and the place is a complete and utter bombshell. And they know I don't like that. I don't like the place being too messy, but it was a complete and utter bombshell, as I say. And what happened? None of them looked back at me. I ended up waving to the taxi driver. Goodbye, see y'all later. I remember it very vividly. So I take advantage of not tidying up after them. I've got a business meeting in the afternoon, and I decide to lie in and have a long lie for the first time, and I can remember. And I lay in too long. I wake up to the sound of a neighbor who I hardly ever speak to. I've never spoke to the guy. Dave. Dave. I open the back door and, where's your wife? Did she go for her job? It says, yeah, and the family's away with her too. Oh God. Oh my God, he says. What's wrong? And he tells me. There's a problem at the World Trade Center, and then he disappears, saying, "Oh my God," into his house. I switch on the television set, and I from that point on until now, it's a blur. I remember driving. I remember the police stopping me because I had got fuel in a garage and they had not paid for it. They let me go when I explained to them what the situation was. And then it happened. I realized when I got to the airport, because it was only a half-hour flight, but all planes had been grounded. Every plane had been grounded. And what I decided to make a phone call. There was no answer. Then I hear a roar. And I look up the whole airport. People are gasping as one of the towers comes down. And I never asked her what tower she was going to. Anyway, I'm sorry about this, but then I phone, no answer again, and then my phone rings, my cell phone. And I'm going to repeat some words that have been with me and will be with me for all my life. Daddy, Daddy, my mommy. My mommy is crying. We are breathing smoke into our lungs, Daddy. Come and help us, Daddy. And I won't be long. I'll be helping you. I'll be there shortly. I'll help you. And that was the last I'd heard of them. And anyway, every time the sun shines, I hear sirens. Every time. And every morning I look at the clothes that are still lying there where she left them. And I live that day. And I can still feel my little girl jumping up and down in the bottom of my